What's by this gentleman? Welcome back to a new reaction video, and today we are reacting to The Vampire Diaries Season 1, Episode 3, Original Sin. Let's see what's going on in this episode. It's been a while since I reacted to The Vampire Diaries. I'm behind. But anyway, that's besides the point. Last episode was called True Lies. Elena came back from college. It was episode 2 and she already came back from college. Caroline is still in college. And we learned Rick, his name's Rick. The actor's name is Rick. Eddie Thawne from The Flash is the professor. I think there's something up with the professor. I feel like something up about him. And Jesse and Caroline started to, bond a little. But let's see what's going on this episode. Last episode, a lot happened last episode, actually. Elena, was mad at Damon. But anyway, let's see what's going on this episode. And yeah, full reaction on Patreon. This might be him already. Might be angry. Oh, he's back. I thought he was kind of going to be in it for half the season, to be honest. But they can't get rid of good Stefan for that long. Bar, really? Where are we at? I guess Virginia still, but... Isn't coffee good for your hunger? Oh.
Run! Run!
I'm trying to hold back. Do you have your daylight ring? Yeah. You don't. Go inside. Really? That was a dream?
It was more than just a pit in my stomach this time, though. It was real. It was like I was there with him.
He was trying to talk
it
to
didn't
you.
bother me that you have some psychic connection to your ex-boyfriend, but I don't need to play-by-play, Elena.
I saw Stefan walking out of this bar. It had a red awning and this broken neon sign. And he was screaming in pain.
Well, should I go check in the attic, see if there's a crystal ball?
I had a feeling that there was something wrong all summer, and I ignored it. But I was right. Stefan was in a safe. Probably killed whoever it was that found him. I know it sounds crazy that I'm following some psychic dream, but it's the only lead that we have.
And Catherine's having the same
Crazy.
dream, too.
It is crazy.
I will admit, though, I take great pleasure knowing that you wasted your one shot at a human life on me.
All right, play nice, or I'm gonna revisit the deep, dark well idea.
I want to find Stefan just as much as you do.
Where you want to be
And
with
not
Stefan?
just because I don't want to be a pawn that you can trade off for his life. I care about him.
You buried his body yourself.
But what if Matt's tacky ring brought him back to life?
If this is the game, it's boring.
If we're gonna work together, I need to know that you're on my side.
Is that why,
So find out if Matt Donovan is still alive and kill him.
Matt Donovan?
Say Matt is still alive.
Who is that? Is she tied?
I don't want to hurt you, so get away from me before I rip your throat out.
Hello to you, too. I brought dinner.
Oh, okay. I thought she was like tied to the chair.
You saved me from burning to death outside that bar this morning, didn't you?
And I pulled you from the quarry before that. That is, I figured out where you were and told the former owner of this cabin to pull your lockbox
Not
from
former.
the water.
Who is this?
You thanked him by biting off his head.
How do you know I'm a doppelganger?
Because I've seen your face before. On someone who wasn't you. They thought their love would last forever.
How do you know all of this?
Because I was there. In his arms.
You're
I hate that
telling
they-
me
I hate that
you
they-
were Silas's one
This flavor
true love.
is too much of
I would
it.
have done anything for him.
Is that Silas's true
the two
love?
most powerful members of a gifted people.
Didn't you
called
curse him or
travelers.
something?
When we were engaged to be married, we decided to reach even further.
I don't ever want to be parted from you. Even by death.
He wanted to find
See? I'm pausing this right now because last season we learned that his true love, he didn't want to get rid of his true love, so I think she granted him or somebody granted him immortality. But with that, it didn't grant him not being able to age. So he's immortal, but he's still aging. That's what I learned last season. I remember that. So I don't know if they're going to change stuff up, but I remember. I forget who told us, but it might have been the teacher, said that You know, he gained immortality, but there was like a. It's like the monkey foot. Sorry, I know I shouldn't pause this right now, but the story about the monkey's paw, where the monkey's paw will give you wishes, any wish you want, but something bad will come. So if you wish for, what's an example? If you wish for, well, I can't think of any examples. Like you wish for something, but that thing does happen, but it's bad. Here, monkey paw story example. It grants you the wish in a negative way. Okay, here's a good one. So I think the guy's son died, or the guy's son died or something. So he wishes for his son to come back to life, but he comes back to life as a zombie. So it happens. It's just a negative wish rather than a positive wish. So it's kind of like him. He wished for immortality, but the negativeness was he aged still. But I remember this story. I like that they're retelling it. It's cohesive.
A way for our love to last forever.
Oh.
You don't know the story. Silas convinced Ketsia that he loved her so she would make the immortality spell. But when she found out that he was just using her, she dumped him in a tomb with a cure, hoping he would take it and die.
He never did.
She had created a supernatural limbo to trap his soul. I'm Ketsia.
What?
That sane,
I know you were
rational,
a witch.
well-adjusted woman you seem
you're
to know
jealous?
so much about.
So this is like a love story.
It was just a bad feeling. Like something wasn't right with him. Oh, no, yeah, sure. I totally get it. There's still a connection between you two. Maybe, deep down, you know that he was your one true love, and breaking up with him was a big mistake.
Come on.
Ignore her. As soon as Irvain's out of her system, we'll compel her and we'll put her on mute.
Or, maybe, Stefan's been trying to reach out to you all summer, but you've been too distracted with Damon to help him.
Vido. Gregor.
Greg, I'm sorry.
Oh,
But Silas was going to kill you.
it's him. He's inside his
Doing it
body.
myself was the only way to salvage the deal.
What kind of
I
witchcraft?
need his trust.
So you slit my throat?
You knew the stakes.
But first, you will have to dial your friend, Eliana Gilbert,
Oh, it's mad.
and find
Okay.
out where Catherine is.
She's playing all the roles. She's smart. She's smart, but I don't like her.
Do you have a cell phone? I have to make a phone call.
There's no cell reception out here. And remember, I made it safe for you in here, but I wouldn't go outside if I were you. And I made a spell that would keep us alive forever. An immortality spell, so we would never have to part. Silas and I were going to drink the immortality elixir, part of our wedding ceremony. But then, everything around me started to die. But I thought I was his one true love.
He used you.
And he ripped my heart out.
I'm sorry.
I deserved a chance to look him in the eye and make him understand how much he hurt me. So I found him in the wilderness with the woman he gave my immortality to.
Who? Catherine?
The woman he chose
Who?
over me.
Who?
And just when I thought his betrayal could be
Who was the woman?
any deeper,
Grams? I'm just
my
joking.
handmaiden.
Oh. I don't know who that is. That was gonna be like Catherine or something. What does handmaiden mean? Like sister?
Just as you are mine, I'm yours forever. Imara.
He used Ketsia. It is. It's a doppelganger of, yep.
All I see is an angel.
I'm getting annoyed of seeing her face every now and then.
Are we really just gonna leave her in the car?
The only time she shuts up is when she's sleeping. I didn't want to disturb our peace and quiet.
Oh!
What did you do? I told her to pour him a drink.
You really do look exactly like.
Oh. Theme is always getting screwed. Like just last episode, he was getting screwed up with Ravine.
Of trouble, you let her go. Do you understand me? I don't care how bad Silas wants Catherine. She's not worth the hair in your head.
Oh wow.
You got me? Okay? Kiss me.
Oh no, my lips are burning. the ravine.
Hovering actually slows down the process. It's allowed him to hone his skills.
Even while he was calcified.
Prepared him to escape from the tomb I put him in.
Is that where Amara is right now? Locked away in a
They
tomb?
better not have
No,
3.
Stefan. Amara is not locked in a tomb.
She's dead. Amara's dead. So was this the first versions? Like, is this the first from ancient Greece? Is it the blood of his true love?
No, you must be very angry with me.
I was. For a time. But then I realized it was within my power to forgive you. I just used it on someone else immortal.
I mean, she is the villain of his story. If she killed her, did she kill her? Ooh. Oh, I bet she was lethal with it too. I like Tessa. Tessa's serious. And I don't like, what's his name? Silas. This is a love story gone wrong. That's why we're in this whole predicament to begin with.
Cure Silas.
So Ketsia made immortality.
We can live long, human lives together.
And then the original's mom
Can't say I didn't give him a second chance.
made vampires.
He's been a little stubborn.
I take it you're not really making me a daylight ring, are you?
And a little crazy.
Yeah, but he didn't do a thing to you, Tessa. Are you trying to kill a doppelganger just for revenge or something? Wow. There's a lot of issues she has to work on.
Silas wants you, that means your leverage. No, I mean after you shoved the cure down my throat. I was trying to kill you, why didn't you finish me off?
She's still
You think that
good.
because we share the same dreams and both care about Stefan that we're alike?
Oh, wow. What's... I thought that was Matt for some reason. Look, they finally found each other.
You couldn't call him, brother?
Yeah, nice to see you too, Damon.
What the hell is going on here? Was it some kind of like witch party trick?
So where is she?
We ran into a little snag.
Plays a snack.
Then I'll get started without her. Anagan pred via Shamil. Adatu anagan.
What? She's going above and beyond for some...
Okay, well, thanks for the hospitality,
Jealousy.
but we should really get going if we want to beat traffic.
Probably don't want to get on my bad side.
You realize you're not the only one with a bad side, right?
Where's Bonnie?
Aren't you brave?
Bonnie could handle
Without
her.
Silas's mental powers, he is an immortal nobody. We can defeat him. Isn't that what you want?
But
just do it,
Stefan's gonna be linked. Does that mean Stefan's gonna get the cure
Get it over
too?
with.
If Stefan becomes a human,
Do it.
I can't see that happening. He becomes a human.
I like to know the identity of my kidnappers on my head. What are you two talking about?
Adatu kan anagan pred via Shamil.
Let go of her arm.
Oh,
Now I want you to pull out your gun.
and shoot yourself.
Adatu kan anagan pred via Shamil. Adatu kan anagan pred via Shamil.
What are you doing to my brother?
I'm frying some.
Maybe his brain can
All right,
regenerate.
we're done here.
You're right. We're done.
Is that it?
It worked. Than being on the other side and watching Silas resist the cure.
Oh, yeah? What was that? Realizing that your plan totally sucked.
Century after century, I watched versions of Stefan and Elena find each other. Like magnets, always the same story. Conquering all, falling in love. I want to keep him safe. Now that he's linked to Silas, Silas can't mess with our heds. And as
Okay.
long as Stefan's in the way, you will never be with Elena.
What? He might take the deal knowing him. I'm gonna be honest.
Take it from a woman who's had front row seats for 2,000 years.
No one will have to know.
No one has to know.
What are you gonna tell Elena?
Back to hell.
Oh, I thought he was gonna take it. Oh. I thought he was gonna take it, to be honest.
Silas the Betrayer. Someone lived up to his reputation today.
Where are you?
Wouldn't you like to know?
You know, I may not be able to read your mind anymore.
It's too bad you lost the one thing that made you interesting.
That won't stop me from killing you if you don't hold up your end of the deal. Now, whatever twisted fantasy you're playing out with Catherine is your issue, but she stays alive.
We'll see.
That wasn't a question. As you mentioned earlier, Catherine is still my priority, and since I lost my psychic abilities, that can only mean one thing. My ex-fiance is alive again, and she's on her way to Mystic Falls.
Wow.
You two will get back together.
Cut me loose, and then we could call it a day.
Because the cure still exists, and I still want it. It's just running through your veins right now.
Yep.
Your blood is the cure, Catherine. Does that clear things up for you?
You called and asked me if we'd found Stefan, and if Catherine was safe. I told you where we were headed.
See.
You don't remember?
It was all muddy. What did the... Hopefully he didn't get you into any trouble. I'd swoop that up really quick.
I remember.
Wow.
Can I call you back tomorrow?
Okay.
Where did that guy go that all this dirt was here?
She told me that we don't stand a chance.
And what did you know about us?
Well, she told me a very interesting little story about the history of doppelgangers.
They always find
How
their way
they're
to each other.
fated to fall in love with each other. Basically, the universe programmed you to fall in love with Stefan, not me, which means we're a lost cause no matter what we do.
Wow.
I'm paraphrasing.
I know I spent the last couple days focusing on trying to find Stefan, but that has nothing to do with how I feel about you.
I mean, no one tells me how I live my life. No one tells me who I love. Especially not some vindictive prehistoric witch, and definitely not the universe.
I would hope so.
And I'm not gonna let someone else's idea of destiny stop me from loving you, or being with you, or building a future with you. Because you are my life.
I'm sorry. I have no idea who you people are.
Oh! He lost his memory. I told you what you're gonna wake up to, because Tessa said that she like melted his conscious mind. Okay, what does that mean? What does that exactly mean? What's he gonna come back to? Dang, so he forgot who he was. He forgot. I knew the way he was looking at them. It wasn't a jealous look. He was just like, who are you? Who am I? He doesn't remember anything. Wow. Next episode is called "For Whom the Bell Tolls." Ask not for whom the bell tolls; it tolls for thee. Only reason I know that's because The Walking Dead Telltale. This was a good episode. Original Sin, that was a good episode. But this is like the first episode without Caroline. Well, not first, but there's like usually we have Caroline in a couple of the episodes in the beginning. And maybe she's always in the beginning section. She's like sometimes she's never gone an episode or two. Just like she's always in an episode. You know how I like Caroline a lot. So I miss Caroline. And Bonnie's wasn't in this episode either. But like, I mean, I wouldn't be too upset at it because there are episodes where Bonnie and Caroline aren't in it, but they're in town still. But Bonnie's dead as of now, and Caroline is off to she's off at college. And Jeremy wasn't in this episode. Didn't have a lot of people in this episode, actually. Matt was in it. Matt Donovan was in it. But barely. So it was a bunch. It was just a bunch. It was a lot of Elena and Catherine. So she's getting all the screen time this season. You know, both Catherine and Elena are both like basically on the same side as of now. But that girl, I don't know who that girl is, that woman is, but she wants Catherine for some reason. She needs her, probably for the same reasons everyone else needs her. So what I was trying to say was like, who's Catherine's true love? Does she have a true love? Because she I think Tessa said that Stefan's not his only shadow. Stefan isn't Silas is only Shadow. So I'm guessing there's been 3 Stefans and 3 Elenas. Who's the second Stefan? If we're looking at it like that, if you understand what I'm trying to say, like who's Catherine's true love? Because we know true love of Silas was that doppelganger. Forget her name. And then the true love of Stefan is supposed to be Elena. So who's Catherine's true love? That's what I'm trying to figure out. But yeah, I've only seen 3 episodes. I feel like I've seen way more than that just because I've been watching the originals, but it's only been 3 episodes. I gotta try and get these out quicker because like I spent like 3 weeks on 3 episodes. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna end the video here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.